What field of health do you work in?
Pharmaceutical research.
How does evidence-based practice impact your field?
We use blinded protocols to assess the safety and efficacy of a drug that has not yet been approved by the FDA. The data is then collected and submitted to the FDA for review and possible approval. Protocols are written in a randomized, blinded, and placebo-controlled structure. There are cases where the protocol is not blinded or that the drug is not compared to a placebo, but it is always compared to the gold standard.
What is your organization's process for adopting best practices or evidence-based practice?
We use our own SOPs and the SOPs of the sponsored drug companies. These SOPs are based on good clinical practice guidelines. For further details, you can refer to the Helsinki Agreement, the Belmont Report, and the International Conference on Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Registration of Pharmaceuticals for Human Use.
Can you provide a specific example of evidence-based practice that you have utilized?
I can give you a specific example of how safety is established in a given protocol. The primary safety objective for this study is to assess the safety and tolerability of a single ascending dose of drug in patients with a severe infection that is treated with a standard antibiotic therapy. These assessments will be based on the following: the frequency, duration, and severity and outcome of any adverse event, signs for allergic reactions, specifically anaphylaxis, changes in vital signs, and changes in the blood work and urinalysis.
Okay. How do you determine if the practice works as it was intended?
We assess the test results to determine the most tolerable, clinically significant result with the minimal dose given.
Okay, and then are there any additional comments?
Yes. Once the most efficacious dose of the drug is determined, then it is submitted to the FDA for approval. At that point, the safety and efficacy have been established using evidence-based research. If approved by the FDA, the drug is then either available over the counter or by prescription to the public within the United States. Prior to this process, anybody could sell a drug and say that it worked. There is no current FDA mandates for supplements or vitamins. So if there are any evidence-based research being done on them to prove safety and efficacy, but there is no standard.
Okay. And what is your job title?
My job title is a clinical trial lead.
Okay.
Thank you, Nicole.